Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack, and I am Jack Talcott, here to share this Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, or whatever time it is that you tune in, and share some faith, joy, and inspiration. Once again today, at least for a little while. Sincerely, thank you to those who have already stopped in, those who are stopping in, and those who may tune in later. I love this. He stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the seas were hushed. There's faith to be found in all days, in all ways. It's a game. Let's play the game together. Kind of the topic today, where my mind was going. I got up today and I love this adventure of life. The farmers markets are starting up in the community where I live. I made it out as gorgeous, gorgeous day to be alive and to be in a safe community, having the transportation, the mobility to really do what I want. The freedoms of life are abundant. And yet it's really easy to wander around through the day like you're some sort of prisoner, trapped here in this hellhole. Bunch of infidels surrounded by infidels, and holy cows, man. Part of it's true. We do live in a world full of infidels and a lot of corrupted people. It doesn't have to be you. Doesn't have to be me. I'm not letting it be me anymore. I'm not letting myself be corrupted anymore because I found out how good it feels to be free of guilt, to be free of resentment, to be free of fear. And as I'm saying my words, I'm checking myself. Are you being honest? Obviously, I wonder if I'm over my resentments or not, because there's still people who are clearly with unresolved things in the past. But I don't feel vengeful or spiteful in any form or fashion. It feels good. It feels better to me to be more gentle than it does to be trying to be all tough all the time. I mean, there's a time to be tough, and don't get me wrong. My kindness is not a sign of weakness because I know the damages that I can create. So do many others. So that's how we all are. Within all of us, within every single one of us is the totality of all possibilities. There's the good and the bad. I don't enjoy the bad, not in my life. So I consciously pay attention to minimize the bad. And that includes what I allowed really within me. Watched NDEs, near-death experiences. Really helps with anxiety and keeping strong in faith. You know, these reminders that there is more to us. There is more going on in this world than just us. It helps us overcome our fears. Where is it? Did I freeze? I froze. There's your no fear in death. It's not just a fear of death that we can overcome. I truly encourage people, recognize and overcome any fears of life. Because if we walk with fears in life, we feel afraid. We feel worried. Life by its nature, it's unpredictable. It's amazing. People are crazy. You never know what they're going to do or say. Which reminds me, I've dropped the link already and opened the open the conversations for those who may be present and willing and available. Never know what the day is going to bring. That's what I've humbled myself to realize. And in recognizing that true fact, it can bring a little bit of a calm, a little bit of a peace. We've got a guest here. I'm not familiar, but I don't anticipate wrongdoing. Welcome, Roman.
Jack, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't know me. I mean, I've been around, but just this is the third time I've been on your show.
Well, thank you for joining. What are your thoughts?
I don't know, I'm a bit drunk, and this is, I don't know, there's weekends I get drunk and I just want to talk to someone online, and I'm with you more than a year now, and I love what you say, and I love your shows.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining. Trust there may be greater reasons for this.
I think so, because I don't want to stroke your ego, but all people experienced here on YouTube, you are, I don't know what to say, but I see your heart, I see that you are on a mission. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate that. Um, well, I think we are all, I know, actually, I don't know. I can offer the observations that make sense to me. I trust we are all the same at the essence of
That's true.
what
Yeah.
makes us what we are. We're all just this experience of time together. And
What we
every
search
day,
of,
what's that?
we are all, I think, not, I mean, to speak for all people is foolish, but I think many people search for God but don't know who God is, and we have many examples. We have Jesus Christ, we have Islam, and we have Buddhism. For me, we have Buddhism, and we have the. I love Indian people. I love their movies. I love their music, and we have Hinduism. Today to choose of who God is. You know. I don't know where you at, and I don't want to assume, but what you're speaking of, I know you are leaning towards Christ, but you're also on the spiritual side. What is, um, but it's foolish to say, "Wow, you are that and you are this." That is, it's almost it's foolish to say this is the truth. But when you're looking into all religions, and Jesus said He is the truth, and our time frame, 2025, we are living this time after Jesus, and nothing. Okay, now you can say, yeah, the West is dominating the world, and this is the truth. But I experienced Jesus. I told you the last time my dreams about Him on my 33rd, 33, where He died. And I have my belief, I don't know, from young on, but I really didn't know who God is. And on my 33rd birthday, you know, He spoke to me in my dream. I didn't. He didn't spoke to me personally, but I experienced him. I saw from above, you know, like a picture on the ground from Jesus. You know, this picture we all know. And I know it was him speaking to me that he is, I don't know, pleased about, but not pleased. Maybe pleased. I don't know. Sorry.
Well, I'm not sure where you were taking us with that. You started out with
I just want to prove Jesus, you know, but I know that he is God. Yeah. But
well, Jesus, as he said, was the way to know God. And it's not just through the words he said, it's through what he showed, through the example, right? Because God is the author of the story. We're just narrators and storytellers ourselves, which is actually kind of the topic I was going to get at regarding, oh, here, I never even got this. The thoughts of the day, having the blessing. May the blessings of the day bring prosperity and abundance to your endeavors. We choose the directions and our efforts, you know, based on what the world is going to show us. And that choice is made each and every day. What is the direction of our efforts and our intentions? And the results emerge from those choices. What is the direction, our efforts, and our intentions? How much energy? How much time and attention? The results come from beyond us. But the goal of this life is, well, we're here to grow in our knowledge, to grow in our knowing, to grow into who we are intended to become. And we're not intended to be corrupted. I mean, I can say this, but obviously the world is corrupted.
of course.
But this is what I was going to kind of get into.
Go ahead. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to take you off, but last time I said to you, you know, that God speaks through our bodies. I don't know if you remember. It's how silly it sounds, you know, when you burp, when you have a hiccup, when you hear your bones, when it's, I don't know if it's true 100%, but how I experience life and how I experience God is through these signs, you know, that God speaks to us every day, but we don't look at it. We don't see it. How our ancestors say, I don't know if it is all over the world, but yeah, sorry.
Again, hey, Roman, your audio is kind of sucking. I do appreciate you as a guest. The audio keeps crackling and it's not coming through.
Oh,
and I'm not sure.
Sorry.
And I guess we'll swing the I'm not sure how that was even connected, but welcome, Cage.
There's a will, there's a way, Talcott.
Well, there's God's will, and then we find our way to understand God's will, or we spend our life confused and worried and angry, not knowing.
But take who is God for you? Who is? Have you? I don't want to confront you like that, you know. I mean, everyone has his own truth. I know.
Why do you?
Who is God?
Okay. it's not a who.
It's, yes, we have many choices
Right,
who
Roman.
present us who is God, you know?
Roman.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
I'm not limited anymore with these
Why
names.
not? Yeah, but then you are all
Hey,
over the
Roman.
place,
Hey,
you know?
Roman.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
You're not really helping the stream.
I know, I know. I don't want to. Yeah, sorry.
Well, you're asking me why am I not limited?
No,
Roman, why are
why?
you Roman, why are you of a limited mind? I mean, you are the one who says,
I,
"Yeah, I just drink on the weekends and I put the common day's poison into my body without thought, but I do it for entertainment. And so I just hang out and talk to people. Brother, there are greater opportunities here for you to open your mind. Your
I
mind
don't
could be
want to.
blown."
I don't want to be a Christian, you know.
I know. I know, but this is what I mean. I appreciate
I
people
just,
who join, but the time could be much better spent with people trying to understand what I'm saying
I understand what you're
instead of,
saying.
well, you think you do. So
No,
why are you asking me to narrow down the when I was talking about God in our lives? Why
but who
do
is
I need
God?
to narrow down the definition of God to a name for me to be
Yeah.
able to continue the conversation?
No, because we have no other choice to choose. You know, who is
You're
God?
confused. You can just accept what's going
I'm,
on right
I
here and
know
now.
I'm confused. Everyone is confused, you know.
I'm not. I've escaped my confusion. I'm trying to guide anyone willing to listen.
I listen
I'm
to you. I
well,
don't,
okay, you're listening, but
I
there's
know
there's
I have
resist.
like an agenda. Jesus is God, and I want you to say that. I know, but I just want to know why you don't think that Jesus is God. And that
I didn't make the claim that Jesus is or is not God.
I know
I
you.
there's the
Sorry.
Father that he spoke of. Okay, and all of these other religions, they point, the words point
No,
to things. Okay, the names are less important than the relationship rather than what we can
the
understand. And if
relationship is
then
the important thing. You can't have a relationship when you don't um, not find, but you, I know it's difficult. No one knows really who is God, but we have choices to
that's not
say,
true.
this is God,
That's
this
not
is the name
true.
of God, this is the religion of God, this is the way of God, you know?
Okay, so see your standards for what you need to know to accept, those are creating your own individual resistances, and many people do this. They feel like, and it's the way our minds have been conditioned. We are all living through this
No,
society
yeah,
that's the same. It's everyone's had a little bit of different conditioning from their memories and their past, but we're all the same here and now. And
yeah,
we
yeah.
can move.
I'm sorry, Jake. I don't want to confront like that. It's not.
It's
I
not
just I know that you are with God, but I don't know. I have my difficulties. No, I am. I try to be not every day, but from here now. Okay, I am 10 minutes a Muslim. I'm 10 minutes a
But
Hindu.
look, you know,
Sorry.
even the language. Look, the most important language is the English language. That's what most of the human population speak, besides Mandarin, right? It is the English language. So therefore, yeah, we use spelling, we use sentences, we use these words. I try to do something. So therefore, like, you know, even framing it that way, trying, you know, when you say you're trying to do something, it means that it's not being done. It's being tried to be done. So we can even look into the words that we use and everything like that. So what do you mean? Like Why are you looking for someone else to tell you what the fuck you need to do? Fucking take care of business. Do your own thing regardless. You know.
Yeah, but
You
everyone
And then you
think
get
that's
have
helpful?
told you everything
bring
you
it to
know.
reality.
Do you guys? Okay.
So I don't know.
I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to think. No, what it is it's hilarious. Everybody is a
Hey,
fucking
Cage.
actor and actor.
Cage. Cage. Can you chill out? Okay.
Yeah. I'm chilled out, Jack. I'm on.
Well, you believe everyone is a character, everyone's an actor, so you're running around acting like some character.
In a way, everybody
Well,
is.
I'm encouraging you to chill the ego out so we can actually maybe have a conversation. Okay? I mean, I know I got a little in my own ego because people's doubts and confusion prevent the conversation from flowing. And it's like it's agents of chaos. Only you guys can allow us to share peaceful conversations and actually stay on topic.
Can I say something? Just quick. You know, I'm really.
The thing is, there's a bunch of background noise. I'm trying to hear what you're saying, but there's a bunch of background noise. It's hard to hear what you're saying. No.
What I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah,
Roman.
yeah. It's like it's all glitching,
Okay.
like moving weird.
I'm sorry. Wait. I have my. What?
Thank you.
I mean now better.
Yeah, it's a bit better. Thank you. Yeah, that's a lot better actually.
Okay, I took my headphones out. No, I just want to say, it's really difficult, you know, when it comes to belief. I mean, I think God is love, you know, but
But
then when
real
you look at
magic, if you want to actually create anything in this reality, it goes beyond belief.
Cage,
It's
you interrupted.
it's an automatic.
Cage,
I'm sorry for interrupting.
no, it's okay.
he's not listening to what you're saying.
Yes, I
That's
am.
why
I know
I
exactly.
interrupted.
I could repeat what he just said. Yeah, I am listening.
You're jumping to conclusions. You're not
No,
allowing
but he's saying
time.
he has a hard time believing
okay.
in things, and what I have to say, it goes beyond belief. It's like an automatic.
How about we allow Roman to
No,
finish his
it's
thought,
okay.
please?
It's okay when. Sorry. No, I know, Cage. I watched mostly every stream of you. I know that he's into gematria. I'm also. I know all these things, you know, but it's, you know, I experience.
I'll
I don't want.
be the asshole then. I'll be the prick. But either way,
No,
listen. I'm
you're
sorry for
not. You're not. It's
but
okay.
all I'm trying to say is this, right? The belief it goes beyond belief. If you really
All
want
you're
change,
trying to say, see, you're so agitated. You got to keep on trying, don't you, Cage?
Bro, I'm just trying to say something that's important. And what I'm trying to
Think
say,
it
it
is.
goes beyond belief. Do you believe that your heart's going to
Oh
beat
my
when you're not
God.
paying attention to it? Do you believe that you're going to breathe when you're sleeping? No, it's an automatic function. Therefore, it's a program that's deeply installed into your acumen, into your fucking subconscious program, whatever you want to call it.
Hey, Cage.
So therefore, if you want, you can reprogram yourself and
Cage.
put that.
What does it mean reprogram? You know, do you think that all the Illuminati, the Freemasons, they want you to don't believe that Jesus Christ is God? You know, they just want you to think that the devil is in control of everything. And I know that this is one side of truth, but not absolutely the truth.
Right. And this is what I've been trying to get people to consider.
Yep.
For whatever reason, and I'm not claiming any superiority to anyone whatsoever, I'm pretty sure God has opened my eyes to the past, to the present,
Yes.
and to great, great potential possibilities of our future. Now, It doesn't really get clearly communicated when I've got knuckleheads like Cage up here interrupting and bringing chaos. Now, he hasn't been here for a little while, so I appreciate it. But Cage, I'm probably not going to bring you back up again, all right? That was just absolute rudeness. As I was trying to get control of the panel, you want to keep your egoic patterns are showing, and I'm not going to continue them. So, Roman, where I have come to in my own path of life, through my choices and the opportunities that God allowed me to discover, I've had the time and opportunities to learn a lot of different perspectives on God, the unknowing, the one that all of the religions are pointing towards. I'm not the first. There's been a lot of people who have spent a lot of time studying religions. I was blessed to discover many people like that, and they all came down to the same ideas. Well,
I know,
love.
I also believe that, but what do you say to? I mean, I it's so difficult, you know. In the Bible, it says that when we come to heaven, and Jesus will say to some people that he never knew them. What do you say to that? Do you believe that, or is it corruption? Or?
No, it'll be true, because there will be many people who do not know the truth of the Father. They do not know the true way that Jesus spoke of. There's many people running around today and in the past claiming title of Christian and just being atrocious examples of hypocrites and really degenerate human beings. And I'm talking about people like Donald Trump.
I think everyone is a hypocrite to a point, but I think the Bible says it, that the most important thing is your heart. And I think when you, at one time, you accept really in your heart, you cry out. And I think every believer who really believes in Jesus has one time in their life cried about him. Or is it a Bible verse or a music about him or something? And I think not to say that is enough, but I mean, it's really difficult when it comes to believing and what is true. You know, no one can really tell.
How about, see, you keep stating these absolute limits, and Roman, that is blocking your mind. Because if you're willing to open your mind and ask open-ended questions, okay, well, I'm encouraging you, like Cage was doing, pay close.
What God is above Jesus? You know, I cannot put.
That's a closed-minded question, and the topic that I was trying to bring your attention to, Roman, is your words. The words you're choosing are limiting your mind and your experience. You and I, and those tuned in here, we are sharing this experience together. Now, if you can listen and understand, your mind can expand. Mine did.
I know it's
what I
limited to say Jesus is the only way.
I'm trying to answer why.
Sorry.
I'm trying to come back and answer the questions, but when you keep talking, it doesn't allow the answers to come out.
I'm sorry, I don't interrupt you.
What I wanted to point to, right, when you brought up that, yes, there's many testimonies of people receiving, you know, tears, reading the words, finding a connection to Jesus. But let's figure out how. What did you say?
That's proof.
Okay. Well, it's proof of the power of truth. See, behind that connection is the power of knowing. God, the Father that Jesus spoke of, is beyond the limits of our mind. It's not limited to a name. It's not limited to anything, really. Our God is infinite, always here, always present. God is moving me. God is moving you. How we relate and how we respond and what we think about, well, that's up to us.
That's the most important thing, how we think and how we act. Yeah. I'm all
Correct.
in after that. Yeah.
Which is why my God, Jesus is the way that confirmed it in my heart. In my own path, I looked for God first in the evidence. I turned to science. Now, the sciences of the material brought into the sciences of the mind, and then the sciences of religion. God has blessed me with an incredible, there's so many. I'm not unique. If anyone wants to learn about any of this stuff, please, I got tons of resources I can share and point people towards. All this information's out there. But what it all boils down to, my own path took me through science and philosophy, following the wisdom of the yogis and the Buddhas to deeply understand and respect and appreciate the love of Christ, the love of Jesus. It is through that example. It's a real simple example, simple choice. Do we have faith in the truth, or do we corrupt ourselves?
But we have no choice really, because Jesus said in the Bible that he is the truth, and we have no choice just to say, okay, we accept it and live with it, and it is difficult to. I experience that it is difficult to accept Jesus, because I think he's the truth, and that is the proof that it is not easy, but that doesn't mean that he rejects you when you have difficulties to live with him and to accept him as
maybe you have
your God,
difficulties. Have you overcome those difficulties yet?
I have I have difficulties just in my
Oh,
actions
well,
and
okay.
my
So
thoughts.
don't assume everyone has those challenges anymore. I mean,
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's foolish to assume what people think and do.
unfortunately it is, but this is the world we were born into.
But
And
every
I mean,
Christian tells about this, yeah, that he has difficulties to follow Christ and to fully
no,
accept
don't
him as
don't
God. Because I
stop.
think
Hey, Roman, what I'm hearing you do,
I
you
think the
keep
truth is difficult,
focusing. Can you please listen? I'm reflecting back to you what I'm
Yeah.
experiencing with you, so I'd like you to consider what you're showing me. It appears you have a focus. What's that?
No, I'm all, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It appears you have a focus on what you believe is challenging, on what you believe is hard, what you believe is difficult, what you believe. I encourage you, reevaluate your self-limiting beliefs, because God is not limited, God is infinite. And if we follow the way of Jesus, not just put him on a pedestal and, oh, he's God to me. No, that's not the message. We invite Christ, the love of Christ, the love that is willing to hang on the cross, I assume painfully, but he's more of a man than I was.
He's God.
Well, right. So if we can if we love someone, we unite ourselves with them. As we unite ourselves with them, we start picking up their frequencies of thought, their ways of thinking. My life has blessed me with a lot of time and a lot of things to consider with the brand, Live Without Fear. It was inspired by the Bible. by Jesus. Although admittedly, it took me quite a while to admit faith was the way to do it, because I thought the only way to live without fear was through strength. Today I know it's God. God is the truth. It's not hard to accept the truth. Just simply takes a humility and a willingness to bring the truth into our lives, as though the truth is the only thing that matters, which it is.
But Jack, I think we are all, and no, not, I don't want to say all, but
Thank
I
you.
want to stay on that path. I am so confused to say Christ is God, and then go on another way to say, yeah, it's so difficult to say I accept this as truth, and go on another way that seems to accept other truths. Okay, the Hindus are right on this, and it's really difficult because Christ says He is the truth and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through Him. And I think
And that was,
this is the truth, how I experience it.
hey, I don't try to second guess God, and I don't know I think you're imagining confusion. If you accept one thing,
Maybe.
then what do you do in another? Well, you deal with it when you deal with it. You don't let
But
it
I experienced
overcomplicate.
him. I experienced him in dreams, and
Okay.
angels
And
who
so,
told me the truth.
okay,
What
so
took
then
place.
what confusion is there for you? You can't accept that other people found God in a way different than you?
The people back in Exodus, in where they are wandering through the desert, they saw God these in clouds and the fire in the night, and they still don't believe, many of them. It's not about what we see, what I dream. I know I cannot tell. Okay, I dreamed of Jesus, and
So what do you want to
now I know
know,
it. I
Roman?
want to know the truth.
Okay,
But it's
what truth are you seeking? Let's get into it, because I keep hearing your confusion and your memories, but what are you seeking to know? What would help
it's
you have
the Bible.
peace?
The Bible says that a wicked generation, and I see me as in that. They always want to have a sign of God, and don't
Right?
recognize in the creation around them that this is proof of God, that there is a
Well,
creator. And
that's the exact path I'm on.
yeah,
I'm trying to explain God, and everyone's ignoring
I don't want to I don't want I think you see me as that opposed
I don't. I'm sorry.
man who wants to say you are wrong, but I don't. I just want that
I realize.
we both come to the truth and understand what really is the truth. I don't want to be opposed to you.
Well, you're the only one who thinks people don't know the truth. I'm sitting here
Well,
with
many
I'm
people don't
willing
know the
to.
truth.
Are you willing? See, before you went to the Bible, I asked you the question, what are you seeking to know? It's
Check,
possible maybe God has allowed me to learn some answers that you haven't discovered yet. Who
check,
knows?
check, check. A honest question: how many people in your life told you about God or speak to you about God? Not many, huh?
Personally, it was very few. Everyone wanted to tell me about a book, the Bible, and wanted to tell me
Okay, but
about their church. But people didn't talk about God with me a lot. And that was my path. I didn't here. There's my experience is my testimony, and I believe God creates our testimonies to be shared for a purpose, bringing the light into the darkness. That's why we're all here. My life took me through my own personal living hell, and I had it good. I had it easy. And after my living hell of the disease of alcoholism and suicidal thoughts and blah, 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 all the crap I used to put myself through.
Yeah.
After that, I discovered love. Through the feeling and the experience of love, that led me to greater truths. And through love of the truth, I discovered, well, the love of God. And that's all that matters. We're supposed to love God and love each other for sure.
Yeah.
We got some more guests here. Welcome, Truther Cop.
Greetings,
And
Talcott.
another wild card.
Well, before Snafu, listen, Snafu, I know you have some important news to bring us, but I'm concerned about your safety, Jack. I've taken part in the targeted slaves unit of the Pussy Patrol, and I heard that you were probably a targeted slave. And this is the worst part. When I introduced this idea on Paul's panel, his response was to deflect. He just ignored my point, dude. So I want to make sure you're okay. Are you okay, brother Talcott? Are you okay?
I'm feeling good. You sound like you feel unheard. I hope you feel heard today, and I hope we share good feelings today. Well, I see. That makes more sense. Welcome, Snafu.
Jack, Mr. Truther Cop, sir. Jack,
Yes, Snafu.
I gotta ask you a question. Let's see how fast it takes you to get angry, furrow your eyebrow. But I'm asking you a question about God
Let's
and
not
all
make
this
assumptions
talk we're
here.
talking. So you said, oh, that book, that Bible. Do you know what John 1:1 says? Since you're so knowledgeable about who and what God is, what John 1:1 tell us? Don't look it up. You should know this. You talk
Why?
about what is no because you want to discredit. Now the Bible is trash now because of Mandela effect, but
It's not.
those who
Oh,
understand
wait, what?
but the fact
Wait,
is
what?
the
Snafu
living-
says the Bible is trash?
because of Mandela
Yeah, that
effect.
was
Oh.
Snafu.
Corrupted.
Snafu, you're making that's a strong
Wow.
claim, but you back down. Zebra team, back down, back down.
Hold on, no. Jack wants to say.
Yeah,
This
keep
book,
going,
the
Snafu.
Bible,
Keep going.
remember, it says it's written as a tablet unto your heart. Jack, if you understand what's going on or anything about God, which you don't, you would never say Buddhas and Jesus. Now you talk about Yogi Bear. Hey, Yogi
Oh
Bear.
my God.
Yogi?
Snafu.
Yogis and Jesus? What the
Snafu.
fuck?
Snafu,
Like, Jack,
you're
you're talking shit
welcome.
you
Snafu,
don't
we're
know
tying
nothing
in too
about.
many claims here,
I
brother.
recommend you go look.
What's the overall? What is the main point here that you're trying to get to? Like at the end of the day, Snafu, what are you trying to prove again? I'm sorry, I lost track.
That Jack's kind of a
Thank you.
blasphemous dumbass. It's simple. He proves himself.
I mean, listen. At that point, I mean, we might all be at times, and we have to acknowledge that in ourselves and just kind of like relax and like, hey, I do it too. No, don't.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd he go?
He's gone.
Did he leave?
I
Or
pay
did you block
attention
him?
and I
No,
put
don't
him in the
block
back.
him. No,
he's done.
Please, I want to hear what he says. No, I want
No,
to hear
he's
what he
not.
said to
Well,
that. Please.
well, go talk to him over on Paul's
Jack,
panel.
may I please?
Not
Jack.
here. No.
Jack.
Hey, Truther Cop.
Jack.
You're
Truther Cop.
totally,
Yes, Roman. Roman,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I've never met you, sir. How are you doing today?
I never, but I like you really. Months ago I spoke about you, but there on EM. But I think you are a really good man.
Well, that's beside the
That's
point.
all.
Jack Talcott's life might be in jeopardy.
No,
all right. I'm going to change the energy. That was a nice and fun interruption. Truther Cop is certainly
they're
a
both cool.
character.
They're really. We all, I'm here because of. I don't want to say names, but I'm really on the conspiracy path, and I think you have also heard of many things about how
Well,
evil the world is. Yeah.
hey, Roman, that was actually kind of where my notes were at for the topic today. I don't like really dwelling in the darkness, but
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, the corruption, it's so obvious. And
Yeah.
really, I mean, if you just step back and consider that, right? What if God's purpose for us is just as been described in the Bible, right? Just as we were warned. We're here to overcome temptation, to overcome sin, which is what, you know, that's the message from Jesus. The way, the truth, the light, the way out of the corruption and sin of the world is what he showed. It's love for one another. We're here to love and instruct and learn from each other, because we're not the observations on history, though, if you just take the American perspective, right after slavery allegedly ended, late 1800s, early 1900s, it was still common for children to be in industrial labor. America was built on slavery. And so along the way, too, mankind, as the societies developed, breaking away from the tyranny of the rulership, the democratic systems, the republics were born and introduced into the world.
Jack, I told you I am on the conspiracy path, and I have maybe often the thoughts that maybe they introduced this lie. Yeah, there's Jesus, and you can be saved, and just go on with your life and die in your life with this belief. I am on this way, but I don't. I experienced Jesus, and I know He's the truth because He showed me, and He
Okay,
showed
so then
millions others that He is the truth.
mhm.
And regardless what is going on in the world, the evil and they think that they are on top of the chain and they know everything, but
Correct.
I think they are dumb. They have just
Correct.
the wealth and that's it. Yeah.
Correct.
Sorry.
Hey, sorry,
Hey,
Roman. I want to recognize and welcome back our dear friend Joe Cool. How you been, man? You look more gray, dude. What the hell?
I look like I'm gonna die in a week, right? Jeez.
Hey, welcome back, Joe.
Thank you, Bill.
We were talking on a few different topics: corruption of the world and the truth of God, and the relationship with Jesus in that mix too. I think those are all pretty
Corruption
good.
of the world, truth is God, relationship with Jesus.
All pretty good topics, man.
All similar, right? All connected, right?
We've got, I think, another clown in the back, and I don't think I'm going to entertain it. So, Chris Sauce. I'm assuming it might be Christos, but it's the baby Jesus. Anyway. Hey, okay, so Roman.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to come back to what you were saying, your experience with Jesus. That's very important, right? Especially for you. And I encourage you to really contemplate and reflect. I'm sure you probably already have. What's the meaning of it? What are you supposed to do?
No other God spoke to me in my dreams. And
okay.
In my life,
and so what are you supposed to do with that?
Accept it. And I mean, to say, yeah, that's just experience and that dream doesn't matter and that, oh, it was on my 33rd birthday. Oh, no, that doesn't matter. I can't do it, I just accept it as the truth.
Well, How about if it was a sign for you to realize, to confirm for you that the way of Jesus is the way you're supposed to live? What if that's what it was? Because that's, I mean, I've met a lot of people online and stuff. I've heard testimonies of people having experiences with God, with Christ, with very powerful things. I haven't, but I walk with faith that everything Jesus said is true. That as long as I love God and I love others, that somehow, some way, I'll be all right. And the more I started practicing that, guess what I found? Dude, I feel great. I'm doing things that make me feel good. I'm doing things that hopefully help others feel good. I'm living the life of my dreams. Why? Because I humbled myself. God allowed me to figure out how to escape that ego noise that's constant. What I was recognizing earlier over the past couple of days, part of my path, I've come across some cool documentaries on the evolution of history, primarily, though, with the influences of Sigmund Freud and Edward Bernays. What they did conceptually, Freud helped mainstream psychology better understand that there's a subconscious part of us that's driving what we do and who we are. Well, Bernays was smart enough to figure out that that's a way that people could be controlled. People have been controlled and manipulated from their desires ever since, World War I. Actually, there was propaganda in the news encouraging men to get to battle and to support the wars. The point is, through whatever means it arose, the truth is, mankind, primarily in America, has been the egoic tendencies of selfishness. Those have been enhanced in humanity. And it's so clear and obvious. We're dealing with selfishness versus generous. And if we align with God, we are generous. When we align with the ways of the world, we are selfish. It's by its design. It's so cool. Does that make sense?
I want to see what Roman think. I'm trying to get to know the cat.
Do you? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, the first time I was on Jack Show, I talked about how God speaks through our bodies, through how silly it sounds, through our burps and hiccups and many things. I think this is the
Sounds
truth
a little
because
silly. It sounds a little silly.
I
You
know
say
it sounds
burps.
silly, but I I think it's the truth because our ancestors give it because we say when we sneeze, we say God bless you. I think that's the truth because when you sneeze, that's a good sign that
You know
and
where
God
that
is
comes
always
from,
with
yeah? That God bless you is from Gesundheit, meaning they thought that when you sneeze, your nose opens so wide that demons can fly up your nose. So they say bless you so
Oh,
demons don't fly up your nose. That's where that came from.
okay.
So I
Yeah.
don't tell motherfuckers bless you because of that reason. Not sure, I might have missed some heavy communication there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting. Here, hey, we've
I
got another guest, and Roman. Well, you've been watching a while, you said, right? So
sure.
you understand some of the chaos. Whoops. Welcome, Lou.
How's it going, buddy? Can you hear me?
You're a little lower. We there.
Hey, Joe, when I grow up, can I be a auditor like you? Can you show me, bro?
He's stupid, yeah.
How much money can you make auditing? I'm really looking for a new
Lou,
job, right?
Lou, What are you
Okay, I'm
doing?
just playing a little, Jack. Come on. You gotta lighten up
Okay,
the mood
but
a little bit, no?
well, but Lou, did you pay attention to what you were doing, or you just wanted to come up and play along, play around? Because
I
I've
ain't
asked
seen
you
him in a
before.
while. He might have wanted
I
to come
know,
up
but
here and say hi a little bit.
I'm
yeah,
mildly retarded,
that's true.
so I don't
Well,
always get what's going on. Sometimes I forget where I am.
well, yep, it's because well, I won't assume why it is, but you're right. You do.
Very good, Judge.
It's the
On the
result
song.
of the
Because my mother
past.
left me in a dark room. Because my mother left me in a dark room. I didn't know where I was, and she locked the door
No.
when I was just a little boy.
Hey, Lou, if you believe that is a logical excuse for today, time to go back inside yourself and check yourself. See, this is actually a good example, even in fun or humor. Um, People will carry these moments, and maybe the moments are a few years, but people will carry moments from the past throughout their lives and allow themselves just to screw up their days.
Damn.
Lou, yeah, Lou, you're making noise. There's a bunch of noise coming through, so I got you muted. And you know what? I'm just gonna wish you safe travels, Lou. Okay.
Stop screwing up your days, Lou.
um. Hey, we were talking about living through Christ. Actually, it is the way that the world is going to change when more men are leading. More men are leading in the way of honor, integrity,
That is what
compassion.
leading through Christ looks like: honor, integrity, compassion.
Amen.
Sounds like it.
And I think America has been lacking that. Not
Yeah, we're all about the money. We're all about ego. We're all about insecurities. All of that bullshit, playing tough shit. That's insecurities. Yeah, we're all about self.
well, Joe. That's what
So
it
true.
makes it makes perfect sense, though, too. As a species, we grew up kind of detached, especially in the early industrialization age. It seemed to be that was the goal of mankind, was to break out of Mother Nature, right? To get the lights turned on, to get the plumbing in the buildings, to really improve life. So there was a lot of good parts to that, but along with the growth of industrialization, there came the concern of overproduction. And then, then the economists start worrying about if people are only buying what they need, well, there's no market to keep buying. If things aren't getting thrown away, well, and then disposable obsolescence or planned obsolescence comes out, and all these and the propaganda to convince people that they need a new car, they need the new wardrobe, they
A
need the
new
new car.
iPhone, a new computer. Yeah.
Yep.
Drop my
Still goes
cigar.
on.
I'm still trying to find my cigar, man. You gotta bear with me a little bit here.
All right. Welcome back, Truther Cop.
Well, thank you for having me. Let me know. I don't have my headphones in. I don't think it's.
Yeah, your mic sucks, Truth Car.
Yeah.
If there's something you can do, please do. Um, all right. And Joe, I think I might mute you, Joe, while you're looking too. Well, I got you. While you're
It's
looking.
better now. Mine's better now, right?
Yeah,
Is it too low or what? This is too
it's
low.
low. Yeah,
Hmm.
it seems bizarre.
Just like I left this ragtag operation over here. Still having technical difficulties.
Oh my goodness.
I'm back in
It's
Chicago, Jack. First day back. I just pulled on the corner to, chase some bad guys. Let me take this hoodie off.
very cool.
How loud is that?
That is loud. Welcome back.
Like too loud now? Good.
No, actually, it sounds all right.
Well, I
Sounds good.
adjusted it again. Joe Cool, I ain't never been on panel with you. I'm very suspicious of your behavior, but I am trying to lead your mom with honor, as my slogan states. So, what do I do there, sir?
Hey, Joe, that was directed at you. I don't know if you caught it.
I think he knows it was. I pissed him off with that last sentence, I think. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Joe.
no. He had his
wasn't
headphones
listening.
out.
See, there I go with telling my own stories. Look at me.
Truther Cobb just poured his heart out to you, Joe. Did you catch it?
No, that was all for you, bro.
I had the headphones out.
No, I
Go
don't think
ahead.
have we ever spoken together? I don't think so.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I've heard your name, of course.
Yeah, I've seen you around for a long time. We have stacks and stacks of cases planned against you, but I think you're gonna make it through them all. But we got them planned.
All the cases
I
against
am
him.
quite sure, bro. I'm quite sure. I watch my friends drop like them at targets.
No, you got a different plan on your back. You know, you got something else developing there.
Yeah.
That's,
Chasing the
you know,
white bunny. All right, so that was just it. You just want to tell me about my upcoming cases?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I made a lot of assumptions about myself and your perception of me before you got on your headphones in, but I'm not going back to that. Roman probably has some perspective there. I don't know.
It's all right, man.
Hey, how about these topics? We're in the back to the idea of where we've come to and growing in our selfishness, the idea that consumers have been manufactured. Can you get with that concept?
It's logical. It make us
Well,
depend upon consumerism. We're good at it. Anything we need, we're supposed to push a button, 911, 411, DMV, or whatever. We have numbers for everybody to take care of our shit, plumber, so-and-so. You do nothing on your own. Consumerism. I go for it.
see, and if I spent some time thinking about the downsides to that, right? There's many, because a consumer is going to follow their desires, not necessarily logic and what's true. And those who are taught to follow, well, guess what? There's the obedience, there's the habits. And then I'd never considered this too, turning the people of the land into consumers. It really did. Well, it happened as well. The government's turned into a corporation. And so then the people of the land are treating the government like it's a business. Hey, I'm paying you, so you should be doing all of this for me. And the government's like, hey, you're paying me, so you guys should be doing this for me. Right?
I fall victim to that a little bit, right? I do that shit. You work for me. You're my servant. I'm trying to get out of that. I do that shit. Yeah.
Well, and that is what's going to help us to overcome the selfishness. We start uniting. We've got another guest out in the outdoors. Even welcome, OTW. How you doing?
What's up, bro?
It's been a while for OTW as well. Like I said, never know what's going to happen when I start this stream up each day. Never know what might happen. So anyway, well, with the
You're muted,
here,
OTW.
I think he's still playing with it. I'm not sure.
Oh, so his mouth moving. All right.
Anyway, yeah, you know, this is actually what I was, before I brought him up, that's what I was wondering too.
Patrick, that's OTW's real name.
Yep.
Hey, nothing changed, man. I've been going from here for months, man. Nothing's changed, bro.
Yo, be careful, Cynthia. She been out here snitching all night, dog. She's been telling me all kinds of things. You won't believe what I heard from her. Stay out. Don't believe what. Dog, watch out for her.
Don't trust Cynthia.
See this? Oh my God. What are we going to do? Sincerely. We know about the corruption. We know about the problems. We know a lot. What are we going to do with what we know? I truly trust that the way to bring the most effective and the most immediate change, it's right through the heart of the problem. And I think the greatest problem in our world right now is the structures and the representation from the United States government. I think it's been that way for a while.
I would have said the biggest problem is me, right? You. We are our biggest problem. Individual, I'd have said overcoming that. First, I got to be an example. My biggest problem. I got to be peace if I'm going to teach peace, right? I got to be truth if I'm going to teach truth and all those things. I had a lot of work on that nonsense.
Joe, can I ask you something? Do you know what a TI is? Targeted individual?
I've heard targeted individual, yeah.
I am one, I know I can prove it to you, but I think we are a threat to, we are a few, but we are a threat to the people on the top. Because we know something, and they didn't want that the public knows that. But conspiracies are sorry?
I don't want to tell you this, but I came in here earlier, and I think you saw earlier, but hey guys, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Ignore us, please. I just joined the targeted slaves unit. If you feel like you're a targeted slave, please reach out to me in the back, and I'll be happy to take care of your concerns. We've got this, bro.
They don't harm you, but they tell you that they are targeting you. They tell you that they are watching you.
Targeted slave.
Many people here are not knowing this.
Can we get back to Jack now? I mean,
Jack is trying to target himself with our information and misguidance, so let's go into him. Let him be the targeted slave for now.
I
am indeed concerned for your safety at this point, Jack. Watch out. I don't know what to do from here, bro. It's out of my control. I tried.
Many people say they tried. It's the game of life. This is guys, we don't have to, we get to. And I believe, please wake up, help others wake up and see what is going on. The world we live in is real, but the structures that everyone's obeying and fighting to defend and enforce, those are pretend. We've got real men and women sleeping in the streets, being sent off into wars and damages. We've got other men and women providing for their families, creating weapons of destruction, right? Creating and supporting the military-industrial complex. People are willingly doing these things, including the people dedicated their lives to these advertising campaigns. I mean, we got another political cycle coming up. How many millions of dollars, billions maybe, invested into the advertising cycle? Got to mind control the masses to get them to pick their next slave master. And it's not even a slave master, it's just a puppet. What are we going to do?
That we said it seems elusive to me. The only way we become a we if I become an I and somebody admires it and picks up a couple of things that they admire. I'm not so sure how much sway I have. I've been trying for years of power or nonsense like that. I even went your route first, Jack, to get the signatures, go downstate to the capitals, talk to your senators and shit. I took busloads of motherfuckers down there, busloads, petitions, busloads of people. I tried that first. The higher you get, it's like the worse they get too.
It's a challenge. I mean, communicating with people, you're right. There needs to be some source of admiration. People need to see a connection and a willingness to connect.
And
My
see
hope
you do it, then they'll learn by watching you do it, right? Or me do it, not you per se, but they'll learn by watching someone do it.
Someone else. That's the American way. Someone else will do it.
No, but you learn. I needed someone to show me this cop watching shit. I didn't know how to redress. I saw
All right.
someone else do it, then I learned. Now I do it. I didn't have to join with that motherfucker, none of that shit. But he created a soldier.
Joe, this is perfect. The idea that we've got to be the example. That's what Jesus was for us. As more of us start, and here, this is my life too. There may have been people who shined like Christ in my life before, but I never saw them. I didn't notice anyone real bright and loving, gentle and kind. I didn't see many men like that in my life.
You met
But-
Guru?
Well, then I started noticing them. I found more and more, and then I realized, holy shit, those guys are just like me. and
Normal guy.
and then I realized, hey, maybe I can be more like, the he. Maybe I can be more like Jesus was.
Yeah, you just got to practice that patience and that temper, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're the guru guy who wants to bring peace that gets angry all the time. This will continue, in my opinion. Until you fucking overcome that, you can't be what you want to be. It seems illogical.
Joe, you're absolutely right. I'm an example. Every one of us, we are our own worst enemies. And anger, dude, that's been my bitch. I have been anger's bitch all my life. For much of my life.
A wise man once told me, Jack, there is only the now. There is only the now. So when that anger, what you did in the past matters not. What you do in the future, what you're learning matters not. Did anger get you right now? So me and you need to focus up. Oh, my man's got something burning there.
Well, yeah, he's out with a campfire. It looks nice.
He's got the bricks around it. It looks like he got a dead body in the middle.
OTW coming up tonight, man. I'll tell you what.
Hey,
also, I was literally just thinking, OTW, if I just interrupted you, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever even directly acknowledged you with my voice. Other than when I yell at you when I'm listening, I believe so.
Holy cows, this is a special day then, isn't it? I feel honored. My stream has captured some pretty cool moments. Thanks, Truther Cop.
Oh, holy day when Jesus was.
Hey, Jack, I'm abandoning you, man. I'm gonna chase some police, man. I'm back in the city. I gotta go get my, nut off.
Respect. Go earn your keep, man.
We'll put in a good word for you. Don't worry. Don't be afraid out there. Stand in honor and be well.
Holy cow.
Sly, and then I look over and I see Sly Shy pop in. Talk is nothing without action, Jack. Sly, jump up here. We'll see some action. I haven't talked to you in forever either.
Trooper Cup, can I ask you something?
That's up to Jack. This is not my panel.
Sorry, Jack.
No, please feel free. Please.
Trooper Cup, what is the one thing you want to tell all men that you know about the deep, societies and all things? What is the one thing you want to share? You want to say?
To anyone, man or woman, it's stop looking outside of yourself for authority. We all look to these words written by others. This validation from others is that simple. Validation from anyone outside of ourselves. We have to have that connection with the Most High in our heart.
But you recognize there are people that are controlling us, or they have more power than us.
Mm-mm.
Well, from that, I would reckon that get that power
I
through
mean,
us
how
looking outside
brainwashed
of
are we?
ourselves.
We are all brainwashed. We are all brainwashed.
We're here.
You
We're
agree?
brainwashed. We're brainwashed enough to believe that others have power over us.
That's
That
true. Yeah.
is not true. And that's what I started realizing. This whole structure of authority. I used to be so afraid of authority. I was so afraid of breaking the rules, of being punished, of being caught, whatever it was. I felt guilty. I'm no longer afraid of authority. I'm afraid of nothing. Well, I'm afraid of straying from the truth again. I'm afraid of straying from God in my mind and heart. I don't want to stray from that again.
Is it okay, or not okay, but reasonable to be afraid of God?
Mm.
I believe Jack
Because
just
God-
explained the fear of God in proper context. To be honest with you, I've never heard somebody say that. The fear of
afraid.
being led astray from God's path for each of us.
You know, I fear every day because I don't know which day I will die, because I fear every day that God put me to hell, you know. I fear it every day.
Why? I
'Cause
mean, do you have reasons to fear every day?
the Bible, I mean,
Are you
I
afraid of the
I know
future?
that God knows my heart, but my heart is wicked, you know. At one moment I am all in, I am
Yet you're
with
made in
God.
God's image, dude. One of the
Yeah.
first sentences in the Bible,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
made him in our image.
yeah, but God's
That's first for a
true,
reason, sir.
true for
Don't ever forget.
God's image means that we can understand. It doesn't mean that we are God, you know.
Wait,
And
okay,
many,
but Roman,
sorry.
No, I really do appreciate these conversations because I obviously have room to grow in my patience and my own ability. So
You know
what I'm hearing though is the Christian interpretations, the religious. Let me not identify it as Christian because there's a distinction. The religious interpretations have mankind believing there's a separation between us and God. And that's what Jesus was here to show and to demonstrate. Hey, no, unite yourself with God. Unite yourself with the presence of God in the present right now, in the here and now. Become pure, become true, and stay pure and true and loving in the present. That is how we walk without sin, is when we don't corrupt ourselves away from the truth or
But
love.
who can walk without sin, you know? I
You
think
can.
everyone has.
You can. You can.
How
Stop
you can
sinning.
have never ever in your life have a bad thought about everyone?
Nope. We
Anyone
live
else?
in the present. We live in the present. So when we can clear our conscience from guilt and resentment of the past, when we can do the inner work honestly and compassionately with ourselves and others, well, we can live truthfully without sin. We can practice
I don't think so.
interrogating our thoughts, making sure that the impure thoughts don't lead us into lust or into disgrace.
But that doesn't mean we can recognize that this is a sin, lust and anger, but that doesn't mean that we never have it again. And when we
Okay.
have it again,
You missed
you
the
know,
point earlier,
I think
Roman. We are made in God's image. We are made in
Yeah.
God's image.
yeah, but that
So
that doesn't mean we are God. We just
those faults we have in
aware of
ourselves,
what is good and
when we
evil.
judge ourselves, Roman, hold
And
on.
there
I'll listen
there
to
is
you,
a
Roman.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
sorry,
Well,
sorry that I'm talking about.
actually, Roman, please hear Truther cop out. I think I get what he's saying.
Yeah, sure, yeah, sure. I love True for God.
We will always, like, not always, God, for like, maybe one day we'll find that perfect perfection at heaven, but like, we're always going to be like, sandpapering our thoughts and our ideas to be more perfected.
You know,
But we're still made in the image of God,
yeah, but what
even in
does
our
it,
fault. And God is not the one judging us.
yeah, but Rufa, what does it mean to
Now,
be in the image of God? What does it mean to you?
what does it mean? Sorry, one more time.
What does it mean to you that we are in the image of God?
The stars, everything that we see comes from the light of the stars, and we are made in their image.
Yeah, but the Bible says we are in the image of God. What does it mean?
We are made we made them in our image, is what the Bible says. We made them in our image, and we are made in the image of light from the stars. That is what we see.
But we are not stars, you know. What does it mean to be in the image of
What
God?
we see is starlight, except for
Right.
the artificial light, which is energy captured from
That's
different
true,
rays.
and proof that God
Here,
exists. Yeah, but what does it mean to be in the image of God?
Roman.
To be
Roman.
the natural light, not the artificial, I would suppose. At
No,
that point, now, like,
no.
there we go.
It means that we are aware.
Okay.
Nothing.
So then
Nothing.
you know the answer. So what are you
No,
asking?
no. Everyone has its own answer. Sorry.
No,
I don't want to
please
be
continue.
opposed.
Please continue. You're fine. No, you're fine.
It's just a discussion on what everyone thinks. I don't want to be opposed
Well,
to
but
anyone.
no, I was pointing out, Truther Cop brought up we're made in the image of God, and then you offered the answer. Now I missed what the answer you said was.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
No, I just want to understand what it means.
well,
we'll never
you don't
find what
need to.
anybody else is saying. It's always going to be, we're always going to have to like come to recognition in ourselves what God is telling
Yes,
us and what the outside is telling us. And nobody
Yeah.
outside of us is necessarily ever going to say the same thing, although we can see the pattern.
But similar
And we
things,
can be
yeah.
part of that. But
absolutely. This is what I realized. The law, I mean, God's law, God's truth, it comes from within. The truth is a realization. God is God is the truth that allows us to know, that allows us to realize. You were talking about the starlight, my inspiration I received today. God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. God is the light that I see. God is the light in which I see. And that applies in the physical realm, the energy of light that we perceive through our eyeballs, and then also in the light of consciousness, which I think is what you were saying, Roman.
Yeah, but Jack, I have fear, you know. I fear that, and God is telling me in many ways that how I am, it's wrong, you know. In
Yes,
most
good.
every moment, one moment I'm right, I'm with God, and the next moment I'm wicked, you know. I'm wrong,
Okay.
and
But
I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
no, I'm sorry to interrupt because what you're saying, that is the way. That's how we find it, right? We pay attention to ourselves. The world around us, it's an information field. And from the information field, from the words and the what we see, what we experience in the world around us, we can align what we have within ourselves. What Truther was saying, that relationship with God, that is for you to know.
That's the
I mean,
most
other
important.
people can give you opinions, but in the end, the whole goal for us, every single one of us, the spiritual teachings, the goal is to learn how to walk with peace. So
But
this is the thing too. If I can just real quick, this is what I realized about the Spirit of Christ. We all know it. We all know it when we feel these moments of peace, stillness, inspiration, joy. That is the Spirit within us, but the world wants us to be distracted and entertained.
you know, when the moments where I feel right, And where I get the answer that I'm right is when the Bible says that when I'm denying myself, and the next moment I'm in my ego and many things, and just,
Okay.
and peace, the religion of Islam teaches that is peace, but that is just self-denial and not really knowing what the truth is.
Okay, then don't
That's
worry
another
about the.
topic there.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry to interrupt, but I'd recommend don't worry about the things that don't apply to you then. I mean, as long as you've looked at it honestly and authentically enough to get a feeling, is this relevant to me or not? Don't worry about the things that don't apply to you.
Yeah, but
And
I'm constantly every day thinking, is Jesus God? Is Allah? No, okay, Allah is
right,
God, but
Roman,
and
your
yeah,
thinking
and that is the
is your
problem. Yeah.
issue. Okay? It's seriously, it's all of
Yeah,
us. The thoughts, we become accustomed to the thoughts and they become
and they are
the
lies.
source
Yeah,
of what's that?
they are lies. Many thoughts are lies. We think even
If
positive
you
thoughts. We think positive.
allow lies, you'll receive lies. If you don't allow lies, you'll find the truth. And this is what I mean. The practice of meditation, this is what this is for, is to practice your self-control of your mind so that you can focus your
Difficult.
attention, your awareness on yourself to notice, am I dropping into my ego? Am I feeling confusion? Am I feeling worry, fear, anger? Are those things with me? Because those are the flesh. The spirit is love, and the way to know love is through the truth. And the way to show love is through the truth. That's why we're supposed to be authentic and honest. But the world, back to the topic of propaganda, teaching people to obey their desires and their wants. That's literally convincing people to succumb to temptation. If that's not doing the devil's work, it's right in front of our eyes, man. It's every commercial break.
What do you mean by that? Convincing people to submit to temptation.
Well, that's what the idea of advertising and marketing is it inspires the spirit of desire, and then the spirit of desire, it emerges into, rather than love, since we live in a corrupted world, the desire is turned into lust, and then people,
Well,
my own
it's kind of,
experience.
is it not that it's the Hegelian dialectic that is created through problem, reaction, solution? Is that simple? That is.
Yeah.
That's how it's been applied and executed. It's so, the way things work are so perfect.
Jack, can I ask you something?
Please.
I have relations and people who care about, and they say, what do you say to one who say, believe in a God is naive? What do you say to them? To believe in a God is naive.
Well, one could say that to believe in anything is naive if the opportunity to know exists.
Yeah.
And there is the opportunity to know. There's many people alive today, right now, and we are so blessed to be alive at this time of technology and communication. On top of that, the natural patterns of development, God has truly allowed a lot, tons of life-changing news and wisdom is being shared generously. In the past, the knowledge that really helps people succeed, it's been misunderstood and it's been kept behind paywalls. I truly believe, I say this word we a lot, but I see us all as we're all one time in this history here on earth. and we're sharing time with people we don't know. But I truly believe this is the lifetime that we have everything available for us. Humanity, I mean, we have all the technology, all the answers available to bring forth some incredible healing. Transform this world into one that honors the truth rather than the popular.
What I would like to know is how OTW is powering that table saw out in the middle of nowhere. That's what I would like to know.
An extension cord.
Simple solutions, right? Yeah. Life doesn't have to be complicated, especially when we've got the right tools. And holy cows, I mean, just something simple like that, a table saw. There's a lot of people involved in figuring out how to get all the different pulleys and mechanics and the electrical stuff and all of these different parts that come together for that one tool. And what a blessing it is, man, when you got a project that needs something like that.
I mainly use it to cut the wood that I burn. I don't really use it for much else. The old one.
Hey Jack,
That's,
did you know that the internet was or is from the military? I think you know that.
it would make sense. I mean,
No,
but
no, no.
There is a
It was
plan,
invented by CERN. What are you saying?
the good
It was
the
invented by
good
CERN.
forces of the military, they want that people all over the world connect and share the ideas. Yeah. Or there is the bad ones who just want to know who has the knowledge of something. I don't know. Just sorry.
I guess we're being restreamed too. I should have guessed that. It's
Hey Jack,
fascinating.
you've been being restreamed since I came over here, brother. You must see that. Paul, like I was already gonna come over here because I've been feeling inspired to get on panels again, and like I got on Paul's, and then he was like, I was already getting on here, and then he told me to get on here. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting on there. Like it's confirmation, honestly, dude. Like we all good, man.
This life is fascinating. This is truly fascinating.
Oh, and Arpool, yes, I am. I am restreaming. Yes, exactly, dude. Arpool,
Restreaming both of them.
I'm glad that people are paying attention to me and the way that I want to be represented. Thank you, Arpool. Finally, some freaking proper validation from an anonymous chatter who I don't know the face or image of. He's giving me confirmation. I must be important now.
Yep. Being paid
Truthful,
attention to.
Truthful, why don't you make more content? I mean, I wait with it.
Because I'm always wondering what the point of the content is. I'm not just going to jump on here every day.
It's
I'm not
pointless.
like
just do some. Just go live and see what. I'm not sorry.
No, I agree. I do need to do that more, but it's like I don't have the dedication of Paul or Jack or OTW for that matter to sit there and do it every day, dude. Y'all are crazy. You guys are crazy people in my book, and I'm looking to lock y'all up for a long time, unless we can strike a deal where I can create content alongside y'all and oppress the people that we disagree with.
Sounds good to me.
No
I
more
like that.
oppression. I am so done with oppression.
Well, all right. Well, what's left then? Depression? It's
Hey,
depression.
OTW, what is with Ian? Do you know something about him?
I haven't heard
Because
from him since the first time he showed up when he came back from his first disappearance, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I saw he posted that I'm thinking about him. Why he don't go live and so. Yeah.
That the freak might have like one valid point, and like I've ever seen, unbelievers oppress themselves. I agree with that. The freak, keep your statements short, please, please. Don't be making these broad like you don't have any idea how to develop an argument, but your short statements are very true. I like that one. Your broad arguments are not sustainable at all, sir.
DeFreak is an interesting character. Yeah, his longer ones, I think he may use confusion for
Perhaps
or
intentionally.
overcomplication. Yeah, and I've done it I've been guilty of it myself, but that is a short and powerful observation because it is true. Unbelievers, if you are an unbeliever, then you're likely going to be stricken with some faith or lack of faith. And not only lack of faith, but a lack of connection to the mediator. I talked about that yesterday, that we, as the bodies who we are, we have the gift of perception. And that gift is, it's through God's gift that we can see and perceive. But God's realm is beyond perception. God's realm is the realm of knowledge, of knowing. And in between the perceived and the knower is the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is that it was presented in the form of Jesus so that we could know
Jack,
it.
do you think that there is a hell? I know
Hell
that is
is
controversial, but
well,
hell is what that table saw can do to you if you don't use it the right way, in my opinion.
But do you want that there is a hell?
I've been through my own levels of hell. And what I called hell is the absence of hope.
That there is a hell? Do you think that
if you believe it's true to you.
It's just all believing, but do you think that this is real?
How about, okay, but here, do I think that is real?
Yeah.
Dude, I question, is this moment real? Are these moments of life real, or is it only a mind fuck? Right? Is this the Matrix? Are we some biological cell being
how could we know if this is Matrix, if we are in a simulation?
Right. So it could be any number of things. So let's not worry about what isn't here or that we don't want.
If there is a hell.
Do you want hell in your life?
Not in my
Focus
life, but
on hell.
I want that there is a hell, because judgment is true. When there is no judgment, there is nothing else to think about or to live about.
Okay.
That seems that I want that people go to hell, but it is justice. Do you think that there is a justice after that life?
I believe our God is just. Absolutely. Now,
so there is a hell.
Again, you can spend the day and we can spend time talking about hell or what could be better than focusing on hell? How about talk about heaven? Kingdom of heaven, right? So
but how do we get there?
Accept it. Accept the kingdom of heaven that it what?
Accept who? Whom? That's
the kingdom
gives us the answer.
Okay, see, Roman, you're not.
I mean, no,
you're not
I
trying
mean,
to understand. You're trying to get my words to fit into your definitions and beliefs.
I think the real issue is that OTW has not spoken up often enough. You got OTW. We need your input here, man. What's going on?
Well, to be honest, I actually appreciate it because
he's the best shot I've ever seen him have. I love this angle. He does have that. Oh, Roman took off. Good Lord.
Yeah,
I'm working something up here. You guys, please, OTW, take the main. You have to. Now that he's gone, dude, I'm gone. I'm gone for a moment. I'm gone for like 15.
I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't. You are welcome to join as you want, OTW. The
Well, now that he's gone, there's no sense in actually responding to the guy. So
Oh, I'm still listening. I just mean like, please, I want to hear you. I've never spoken to you directly.
no, but I mean, well, I actually wanted to say something to the other guy, but he's gone. So
Oh, that one. He might be back. He kind of just dropped
what
off
is the
here
name?
for me.
Roman?
Roman, and he had Jimi Hendrix as the icon. Very odd juxtaposition. Jimi Hendrix.
Oh.
You don't know Jimi Hendrix, OTW?
No, I just didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay. That's my challenge to you on the guitar there. I want to see some Jimi Hendrix there.
So, with the topic today, choosing your role in life, the past can't be changed. We can't undo what really happened. However, every day we can change our perceptions on things. And I didn't realize how powerful our minds were. I didn't realize how easily it was to become hypnotized, falling asleep in as a creature of habit, fallen for this stupid American dream. It's becoming a nightmare for more and more people. And brothers and sisters, you know, the Bible and history, lots of great stuff, but what did we learn? Because seriously, we are at a pinnacle point of the evolution or destruction of our future. And I think we have some incredible, amazing opportunities available for this world, for the future, like truly biblical, like bringing the heavenly energies here to earth, raising earth into the heavenly realms, ascending the population into more loving, kind.
Well, Talcott, I agree with that. And to do so, I don't want to explain too much here. I would like to address HMFIC Steve. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. I haven't seen you in a while. I just wanted to address you and see how you're doing, man. Good to see you.
Steve is a good dude. I haven't seen him for a while either.
Streamed in like a year. Like, I don't know. It feels like at least 6 months, if not a year by now. Holy cow. It's been a long time.
Holy cows. What do we do? What do we do if we want... I want the whole world to know what is true. I don't like living in this world where there's so many people enabling lies that people don't know what the hell's going on. And I don't like a world that's profits from debts and immorality and oppression. I don't think that's just. I believe that what God created through us, shown through the mystics and the powerful messengers of the past, the human being that we are mystical creatures, far more than the beasts of production and consumption, you know, the good taxpayers and obedient voters that go along to get along. Yeah. Well, I started to look at that, but Daisy made that interview. But I already have a pretty good idea of how we got to here, unless he's offering solutions of how do we do this. Because I think the best way to change the world is to confront the demons. The demons of this world, right? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against, you know, the
principalities of darkness in high places. OTW. Do you know freaking oh man, I forgot. I remembered the freaking heavenly thing and then I forgot the earthly thing. Oh, Tommy Oh, do you know Tommy? You guys have been in each other's chats, dude. You're both restreamers. Tommy Temper.
Tommy,
You guys
you
are
mean Illuma Tommy?
no,
Tommy
Tommy
Temper.
Temper. You guys are both
Nope.
Canadians. He's north of New York. You've been in his chat and he's been in yours. There's no way. He's probably listening right now, to be honest with you. Tommy Temper, if you're listening, please.
Maybe, I don't know. I was like, meet a lot of people out here.
Yeah, for sure. No, I figure you guys are both like restreamers.
That Barnack, Machan Lunch?
In Canada. He's talking to his girlfriend out there, dude. Oh, whoa. We might want to. You might want to boot OTW. It might get a little freaky out there if you accidentally. Oh man, I'm scared what might happen there. OTW getting into it. What's going on, dude?
I feel at peace. God is moving us towards a fantastic future. And kind of some of the questions, I know that I could probably help Roman better understand, but for whatever reason, I find it has been a challenge for me to communicate properly with people. And
well no, you communicate with me because I'm nothing like you at all. Like, I make tons of cash, dude. Cash is just flowing in my pockets, dude. But it's the people you're most like with that you're most likely to have those deep disagreements with because you're most considering their perspective and how it aligns with yours and how you disagree in those fine points. And that's where the most valuable perspectives are, established and refined and defined. And we come together in those places to develop the picture that's coming together naturally. It's already there. It's already present. But we have to go through the process anyhow, because we had to be tested and challenged to show that we participated in the development of the image, I suppose. The chemical process, the film, they used to develop the film and chemicals. The chemical process through which our film is developed, that we see through our eyes, is developed in our minds as individuals. And there's pain, and there's loss, there's changes, but ultimately we're brought to the most high place that, when we seek the truth.
truth is all that matters.
Because we're brought to an ever-present moment that is ever-changing, and we need to stay on task to even understand what the fuck is happening.
Yep. Stay in the moment, stay present, stay aware, stay attentive, stay curious. This is what I figured out. Life is complex, but there's very clear patterns. There's very obvious ways to succeed and ways that life happens. I mean, it's really made for the stupid. God is so good, man. Sincerely. The way to have a good life, I realized this in myself. Why was I so miserable? Why was I so lacking in, well, I lacked purpose, I lacked clarity, and I had accepted less than for myself.
We should never lack a vision of where we see ourselves further in the future.
That is the key. I lacked that vision. I thought I had a plan, and I thought the plan was good enough for me. Man, we make plans, God's laugh. Like, that's funny. You think you know. You don't know the future. You don't know what I got in store for you.
No way. Because what he has in store for us is so much greater and more well-defined than we could imagine. And that's where we have to relax.
That's actually been both my experience so far, and I have deep faith that it will continue in the future. Because I'm pretty confident. I mean, I know the role I'm playing and the role I'm trying to take.
And I know you do, and I do as well. But the moment that I hear anything from your perspective, half the time I'm doubting myself based on the subtle tones of your frequency, not because of you, because of me, because of
I
my
appreciate
problems,
that.
because of my trust issues, because of my interpersonal dynamics I'm dealing with myself, and that refines that chemical process where we really feel what is really going on, and we display that through each other.
I love that you pointed that out, and you're aware of it. That is the key, because we do. Our energies and our words, how we interact with each other, man, it can bring up some memories and energies in others. We can trigger each other real easy. But we're all here learning to refine and improve ourselves. And what I figured out long ago, the reason I was miserable was I lacked purpose, which meant I lacked direction. And then when the problems came up, they seemed real bad. But I lacked gratitude. I had no curiosity in life because I thought I'd figured it out. I had a plan after all. I had a job and I was comfortable obeying the rules.
Gratitude is what helps us see the unseen, is being grateful and trusting in faith that what we see in ourselves is actually here and present now, that we don't have a physical object to hold on to. There's no idol to possess. But instead we have the vision and we see it being unfolded in front of us, and we are the first witness. And we have to have that faith until other witnesses come along to develop the proper perspective.
That's beautifully said, my friend.
Well, I thank you for the space. It wouldn't have happened anywhere else. Thank you, sir.
Well, the idea of the gratitude too, connected to what you were saying about the chemicals. When we're grateful, the mind process, and I don't claim to know how it works, but I know that the body releases chemicals that help our body feel more pleasure, more comfort. And what I've noticed from experience too, and it just makes sense, when we allow our mind to be grateful or our heart to be grateful, our mind is in a state of appreciation. The worries and the fears, they don't have space there.
And perhaps in those moments we co-develop a higher image together through the chemical solutions that are naturally occurring.
Yes, it allows our perceptions to rise to a greater perspective, from love. And I love it. Yes, gratitude, it will lead us to higher ideas, greater ideas. It'll transform our lives. And I encourage anyone, if you're feeling darkness or despair or patterns of anger and helplessness, it's really time to evaluate your level of gratitude and appreciation. Because that takes us back to the OTW probably jumped out for food, I'm assuming. I was going to take us back to something earlier, though.
Oh, OTW. Dodge.
Yep, you're the winner, dude.
No, there's
you
no
won today.
No, OTW had no. OTW had the presence. He captured my dude. I've never seen OTW in such form. I love the way he came up here with that shot. I still am undecided. Now I want this posted in the chat if possible, Jack. Was the image in the background of OTW's saw there, was that a forest or was that a barn? Recall it now without going back. Do not scroll backwards. What do you think it was, Jack? Was it a barn or was it a forest of birch trees? I'm not sure.
I thought it was a backyard. I thought I remembered a fence.
Oh, you think it was a fence? I don't know, Jack. You gotta put the poll in the chat. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know myself. That's why I asked. That's what I would do. But
I'm not so worried about it. Hey, brother, I am We're coming up on 2 hours. That's a good time for me to wrap up, I think.
Sounds good, man.
I appreciate you joining. Any last thoughts?
I would just wonder what, having heard all of the things tonight, what you would want to leave everyone with.
I'm going to touch over a couple over the ideas again. What I hoped to point out today, I think I did, and it's pretty obvious how the world, especially the Western world, we've developed into this consumerist mindset. It's a hamster wheel. You consume more, you got to produce more. You produce more, you got to consume more. We've had leaders in the corporate we have had men and women in high places, right, in this world, positions of power and influence. And, well, it's been short-sighted in the planning, right, between the way Mother Earth is being turned, all of the resources are being turned from natural into waste. We're still filling landfills. We're still shipping trash and plastics all around the world, sending our trash from the US and over to Asia, so they can deal with our waste. This is insanity. Praise God. Because by the grace of God, go ahead.
I mean, considering all that, like, what would you do with that waste? Like, if you could direct people to make decisions, what would you do with that? Like, I can lay out an example here if you don't have a clear idea. Milwaukee, I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Milorganite. Milorganite, it's an organic lawn care fertilizer. Organic. It's natural.
Okay.
Sorry, it might be natural. It's not organic. So it's the natural solution. Milorganite is I read the whole site. It's so much. If you read their site about what this is about, you'll begin to understand what prescriptions are about and all that, and how they write the language about how they sell a product. But Milorganite is ultimately the recycled septic waste of people in Milwaukee sold in Home Depot and Lowe's everywhere in the country as the natural solution. So, like, it's crazy. Like, it's wild stuff.
Holy crap.
Yes.
This is until we start waking up, people start seeing this. We were born into a world of commerce where everything is for sale. That's criminal, right? That's the satanic idea. Satan comes down here, rules the world, and passes on rulership to others. Hey, part of my inspiration today was this documentary I found called The Shit Throw Speen, something like that. Whoops, hit the wrong button. Sorry, amateur hour here. This was part of my inspiration today. Shit throw scene. I can't remember how they say it, but basically, welcome to the age of cheap crap. That's what the world and life has become. It's been, what's the word? Commoditized. Everything's got a price, and that includes the values and choices of those who are in positions of legislation. It only makes sense that a free market would allow the government and the freedoms to be sold. Why not? It's the laws of banking and commerce that everyone's agreed to. Anyway, that's only part of the story, because the other part of the story, despite the corruption, despite the selfishness, we all have the chance to be different. I think I'm going to wrap it up.
Every breath breath we take in, we give words to, we give life to. In the beginning was a word, and the word was with God, and the word became flesh. And everybody wants to say, that was Jesus. Yeah, sure, it was. It was also everything else.
Yeah. It's
Everything else that you see, it was also that. And it was this. And it was that. And it was this and this and this and this and this. Let's not
Isn't it
pretend.
amazing? There's a connection to it all. I love that you see that. Maybe that's why.
We all see it, we just don't know how to say it. And when we listen to each other, we find that. It's the pulse that we see. We're here.
Yes.
Now we need to move forward with strength and confidence and not be perturbed by the enemy at all. Let's go.
That's the key. I'm gonna throw you out after that because that's like a mic drop. Okay. Thank you for joining, brother. That we are right where his thoughts were. Everything is connected, right? This is this and this is that, and it's all there. It's all the same. Now we're here. And now what do we do? Well, you do what you feel guided to do, but I encourage you, go within you and ask your heart, what is true? Recognize and humble yourself. There is a divine source of the all. And I invite, why not try it if you haven't yet? Invite in the Spirit of Jesus to join you, to act as the intermediator, as the Holy Spirit, the communicator, to help better understand the language of God. Because God is so mysterious. The truth is so mysterious. Love is so mysterious. And we wouldn't know of any of those things without life. So please honor your life, respect your life, purify you so the world can see the light of God, the light of love, the light of truth living through you, with you, as you lead yourself and others into the destiny of, your heart's imagination. Once again, thank you again to all who have tuned in. Today, admittedly, my energies were down, and I spent quite a bit of time considering taking a day off. I'm planting the seed of thought for those of you who are loyal and stay and catch this. I may end up taking a day off soon, just for the purposes of my own personal commitment and relationship to the divine. Time to serve in different ways, perhaps, but who knows? Today, thank you again, brothers and sisters. Peace for everyone. Choose love and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless us all.